Hey guys, AscendantGod here with Raid Shadow Legends doing some arena battles. Gonna be adding in Martyr this time, see what she can bring to the table in arena. For those of you who haven't seen my previous videos, I've done some videos where my team composition has mainly been Khatun as my speed booster, Nethril for turn meter reductions, Tayrel has been my most recent champion that I've been using for the defense down, along with Bystafis for the cooldown lockdown and a second chance at the defense down in case he misses any, and then the guaranteed crit for whoever he locks down with Bystafis' A2. So anyway, I did a comparison the other day with Tomb Lord and Tayrel. Tayrel did come out on top. Those of you who didn't see, go ahead and watch the video yourself. Tayrel is better in arena than Tomb Lord. So it was tested in multiple battles. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to be replacing Bystafis with Martyr. I like Bystafis. I like the idea that he can lock down the enemies, but what I'm going to try to do with her is instead of using him, where I use his Crumble, which attacks 4 times at random, 50% chance of placing a block cooldown skill set, has only a 50% chance right now. You can get it up to 75%, but there's still a chance that it can miss. Instead of doing that to try to get the enemy under control for any champions I'm worried about, what I'm going to instead do is use Martyr with suppression. Attacks all enemies, places 50% decreased attack debuff for 2 turns, and places a provoked debuff. So this is going to go ahead and decrease everybody's attack, which is going to be great. Plus, it's going to place a provoke on them and have all of them attack her, so she's going to be the distraction. Now, it might get her killed, but the thing is that with the provoke, the champions are only going to be using their A1, remember, so it's a lot better than them blowing their strongest cooldowns. With the team that I have, with a speed team, as you can see on my defense, I changed it up just the other day too, where I have her as the leader for the speed aura. So with a speed team, Martyr should get a chance to cast that A3 before the enemy goes. So even if they have a ton of defense, I should be buffing that, debuffing, I should say, the heck out of them. So let's see what happens here. So, alright, so they're about on par with me. Let's give this a shot. The only thing is it's kind of unfair because they have increased defense, whereas I have the, let's see, let me make sure my volume's up here. Turn this up a little quiet. Alright, there we go. Beautiful. Okay, so right now, like I was saying, they only have the increased defense, whereas I have the speed. So yeah, obviously, as you can see, I have the upper hand now. I'm way ahead of them. Khatun has a ton of speed on her. So alright, here we go with the defense down. And so now I'm bringing to the table both the defense down and... oh, you know what? I just realized I had Bystafis in here. Oh well. Alright, well, this will give us an opportunity to see what Bystafis does, and then you're going to get to see Martyr. So here we go. So if you haven't seen the other ones, so see now with Bystafis, what I do is I use this A3 first to lock down whoever I'm worried about. Now her, she's about to attack. She's going to attack before any of my other champions do. So I want to lock her down so she can't cast that A3, or I think it's her A2 or A3, I don't know. Whichever one she does, that's the AoE, it's devastating. So, great, now she only had her A1, which is kind of a joke there, as you can see. So, right now, Bystafis did quite a bit of good. He locked 3 out of 4 champions down, so that was actually great. So, see, he is a good champion, and that's why I really wanted to test him. I'm going to take this champion out with him. Oh, didn't take him out. Alright, well, this will. Alright. I wanted to compare the two because Bystafis is really great, at least on offense. On defense, not so much because he attacks a random champion. But regardless, finish this up on auto because this is done. Regardless, even on defense, he's still pretty decent because he's still going to pick somebody to lock down, and it could potentially lock the other champions down too, like you saw there. So I do want to eventually skill him up. It's just I just haven't had a chance to yet. I've had other champions that have needed it more. Woohoo! I'm not feeling that lucky today. That's a little bit too... Alright, 85, 79, 85. I'll give that a shot. That's not too far off. So alright, here we go. Taking him out. Let me see what this is. Alright, so 75 compared to... what was that? 79. Ooh, alright, she's actually a drop. which I find surprising because I guess it's the gear. I don't know. That's why I said, like before in previous videos, it's hard to tell just on the team power, because the team powers are kind of just, I don't know. They're a little nutty there. I don't know exactly what it's all based off of, but regardless. All right, here we go. First turn. I'm not sure when she's going to go. She's probably going to go last because I don't have much speed on her. So yeah, defense down. I always make sure Tayrel does the defense down first. Make sure he goes first after my turn meter boost, because I want them to all have that defense down before I attack and do this damage. Nethril can do a devastating amount of damage with that. The thing is that I have him, Tayrel, and Khatun geared for Clan Boss, but it's that they're so great in Arena too that it's hard to not use them here. So her counter could be really nice, especially with this team here. They don't have anything where they'd be really, I mean, well, Nethril, I don't like Nethril with that, but what I feel is more important right now is locking them all down. So I'm going to use the A3 here and attacks all enemies, and it should provoke them as well. So not a guaranteed, of course. They could resist, but we go ahead and do this. Ooh, geez, look at all those debuffs and provokes on everybody. One died. Yeah, that's beautiful. And the thing that makes her so much better than Bystepus on defense, this is over, I'm just going to auto it, is the fact that, again, with Bystepus, he attacks 4 champions at random with that A3 with the lockdown. So when I target champions, yes, it's great because I know who to target to lock down. Like in this encounter, I would have locked down Gorgorath simply because of the fact that he would resurrect champions if I didn't get him in check. So with that said, let's move on to the next battle. So yeah, the great thing about her is, like I was saying, is where Bystepus would target a random champion and he does 4 at random, so he may not target who I want him to on defense when it's an auto battle. With her, she's going to target all of them regardless because she attacks everybody. So, alright, so they're quite a bit higher than me, so this will be a good opportunity to try to put this to the test. And especially got him for weakness. I think she hits pretty hard. Oh no, I'm sorry. I was thinking of a different Jammy. Golden Reaper. Okay, so they have a turn meter boost. And they have this. They might actually get the first turn here. Let's see. Doesn't really matter to me. I got plenty of arena tokens, and I really just want to try things out. It's all too often I go for the champions that have the team powers equal to me, and then I end up destroying them. Like yesterday, I did at least like 20 arena battles yesterday. As you can see in the video, I only lost 1, and it was because I had Tomb Lord in the battle. I put Tayrel in, and I won that same exact battle with the same exact champions on the other team. So, and there's other reasons why Tayrel had beat him out on other encounters as well, and Spider, but all in all, I mean, Tomb Lord, don't get me wrong, Tomb Lord's a great champion, just not as good as Tayrel. So, alright, it really doesn't matter who I target here because it's going to attack all of them, and it's going to weaken them, bring their, well, I shouldn't say weaken, excuse me, attack down and provoke it. Oh, look, everybody, because I have a high amount of accuracy on her too. Most people don't gear for accuracy in Arena. She has so much accuracy that, yeah, it's rare that people are going to be able to resist it. So, yeah, this is the champion that I was thinking of that makes herself invulnerable, and then she's going to get an AoE attack. She's going to probably hit me pretty hard here. Or she may not, because I just stunned her, so never mind. Alright, so much for that. But, yeah, she actually has a pretty devastating AoE when she becomes invincible like that she'll hit you hard. So, alright, on to the next one. I'm going to go, oof. Alright, so they have Lysandra. Alright, so they have more of a speed, but only 3,000 more. It's weird because for whatever reason, champions that tend to have the same team power as me, even with speed auras, I usually tend to destroy them. It's simply because of the fact that with my high Khatun, I have her geared exclusively for Arena right now, and I have her geared with some of my absolute best speed gear right now. And so she can see again here. She got to go first. Oh, what's this? Whoa. That's weird. I was talking to a clan member the other day about that, where it seems like the turn meters are kind of nutty like that, where you saw her, she went first, boosted up my turn meters, all my champions, it seemed like, were full. They should have gone first, yet she got it. So I don't know what kind of mechanic is going on there, whether it's like a visual glitch or that it's something to do with the calculations. I don't know, because it could be a visual bug with the turn meters. I really don't know. So alright, great. See, the biggest threat here would be Skull Crusher, because yeah, he has a counter like she does, but his makes him unkillable, and it protects all of the other champions. So anyway, yeah, so I do not want him casting that, because he does the counter and increases their defense and makes himself unkillable. So yeah, but beautiful. Got the provoke, and look, she didn't take hardly any damage either, as I have a load up so much defense. That's what makes her really great, is she's such a great debuffer in here because of the fact that she does that. And right, nice, cool. This is game over. I might as well just auto it out. There's that counter. The only thing that I'm curious about is when you have her on auto, does she use her counter first in arena, or does she use her A3? Because she should use her A3, I would think, if the AI is set up right, but you guys probably know how that works. The AI doesn't always work the greatest, which is why you don't want to tend to auto battles until you know it's over. Oh geez, and this isn't even... the heck is going on here? Wow, that Alcazar is pretty bad L, for sure. I have him on my alt account. I do not have him on this account. He is a great champion. This guy is just fighting for dear life here. He's still got 3 debuffs. You're going down, guy. So yeah, I love the fact that Martyr brings a provoke to the table, brings an attack down. She brings so much to the table, and like I said, the thing that's great about her is since I have her geared for the clan boss, she has a significant amount of defense. So it's great for arena, because when she provokes all those champions, she's going to be able to take hits like a freaking boss. And alright, let's see here. Ooh, 120. See, I'm not feeling that lucky. That's kind of reckless. I might give something a shot that's quite a bit higher, but that's... see, that's way too much. That's insane. That's me just asking to get beat. Plus, like, they have a 32% speed aura. No, I would be surprised if I went first in that one. Maybe I'll give this a try. If not, I can just refresh. Yeah, I'm gonna refresh. I don't want to go that crazy. All right, so here's another Martyr team. Let me see. She's probably not going to get a turn. I kind of want to see what she does on auto in arena. Whether she's... actually, I could just auto her once I get up to her. I don't know, though, in a defense team, if she's going to do the same type of auto attack that she would do in here. So I'm not 100% sure that's going to give me the results of what she does on my defense. Regardless, I mean, with the team that I have, I don't think I would lose Arena Gold 4 tier enough to really worry about getting bumped down, but it's still nice to not have to worry about taking losses. Alright, so here we go. I'm going to try auto with her this one time just to see what she does first. Yes! Oh, beautiful. If she does that in defense as well, oh, that is beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. That is what you'd want her to do. Do the counter second, because you want to provoke all of them. Oh, wow. That is just... oof. This is a beautiful team. I am so glad that I spent some time looking into Martyr, because I know she's great for clan boss, and I was excited to finally have a counter champion for clan boss. But then I saw that her A3, I'm like, oh, well, I can't use that on clan boss. It's a provoke. Provoke won't work on clan boss. It's kind of worthless. But then I'm like, well, the only thing that I use it for on clan boss is to weaken the boss. So say if Tayrel fails a couple of times and he misses his debuff to get the attack down on the clan boss, I can use her A3 as a backup attack down to make sure it stays in check, but that's all that it does to the clan boss. So I always figured the A3 wasn't that great, and I didn't pay much attention. I've been so busy since I got her a few days ago, and then I was busy maxing her out. Then I took a look yesterday and I said, oh wait, that's a provoke and an attack down. And that could be and an AoE attack too. Something like that could actually be really useful in Arena. And it absolutely is. And again, she has so much accuracy that it's rare that anybody's going to resist me. A lot of teams don't really tend to go with resist. Resist is too risky. That's the problem, is that sure, you could go with resist and, you know, protect yourself against, you know, teams like mine that are really strong debuffers, but then at the same time, you know, you're risking having that lack of defense of going for, you know, either defense or I should say attack, or a combination of defense and attack, and instead you're focusing on those stats of resist. The problem is that if you're against, say, an arena group that's, you know, loaded up with, say, Athel and Kale and champions like, you know, Kale here, he doesn't focus on debuffs in arena. He focuses on that AoE that just does some devastating damage. So with that said, you know, resistance isn't going to do you any good against champions like that. So resist could do good against some arena battles, but defense always does good in all arena battles because, oh god, this is going to be a slaughter. Because the thing is defense is always going to help you. There's ultimately, no matter how much an enemy debuffs you, the end result is that they need to get your hit points down to 0. So you have more defense, it means it's harder to get your hit points to 0. Now, if I had an arena exclusive group, as much as I love all these debuffs, I would be loading all my champions up with cruel gear and just to rip through. I'm gonna order this out as this is over. Oh, now see, perfect example there. So I don't know for sure on defense whether she'll use her A3 or her A2, because just then she used her A2. I really wonder sometimes what determines what the champion does, because it's like with Nethril too. With Nethril, I always use his A3 first to knock down the turn meters, then I use his stun. But if you put him on auto, I'm going to go ahead and refill. If you put Nethril on auto, though, he uses his stun first and then the turn meter reduction, which makes no sense because then everybody's turn meters have all been, you know, rotated around, and, you know, you don't know where their turn meter is going to be by the second round. They could be anywhere depending on if they have turn meter increases and things like that. So with the first round, you know that all of them are about to attack you if you got first round. All their turn meters should be fairly high by that point. And so it would make more sense for him to use his A3 in the first round and the stun in the second, like I do when I manual it. But if you don't, I'll show you what happens right here when I auto watch. It's going to be his A2. Oh, actually, he's probably going to kill him. Oh, no. Alright, so here we go. Yep, that's the A2. Because the A2 is the green, A3 is the purple. And then next, which I don't know if he survived. Yeah, he's going to survive. Oh, what? Wow. Surprised he didn't use his A3. His A3 actually hits harder than those poisons. But anyway, so that's the thing, is like the mechanics are kind of just odd in Arena. You don't really know what's going to happen. Alright, so here we go. Ooh, okay, good. This will be actually a decent encounter. Foley is pretty crazy, but again, it's really more than anything in Arena, it boils down to who goes first, and I have a 19%, they have a 15%. They do have a higher team power though, so they most likely have better gear. Because all of my champions, the really weird thing is all my champions have all their masteries right now. Their numbers should be a lot higher, especially swapping out Bystepis, who has like literally the first 2 tiers of masteries and that's it. Meanwhile, all 4 of these champions here have all of their masteries, and yet the numbers are not higher when I swap out one. So I don't think masteries are taken into consideration when it comes to team power, and that's why those team powers really aren't reliable. You just don't know. Alright, not worried about that. Gonna go ahead and see how many of your champions I provoke. Alright, 3 out of 4, I will take that. Oh, see, that's the AoE that I was talking about with Foley. That AoE is devastating. Look at that. And my champions, these 3 out of 4 of them have a lot of defense. Actually, she has a modest amount of defense on her too. She's not really that big of an attacker. She's more of defense and speed. But I think, I might be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure I haven't changed her from defensive gear with speed. But regardless, I mean, look at how low his damage, his life is right now. That was pretty crazy. But I had the upper hand because I went first, so it's game over now. So again, now if they went first, if they had better speed gear and they had the first turn, they might have been able to win this. So, I mean, my champions are tough, but they're not that tough. And the funny thing is that I've been working so hard to try to split my arena and clan boss team, and then now I have both of them on the same teams again just because of how great they are. Ooh, Turble. I have Turbled. This might be a death wish, but I have Turbled. Yeah, they have some really good legendaries here. Wow, they got Martyr. They got Turbled here. He's just... oh, he's like Horden without the extra turns, but on steroids. Like, if you took Horden or Hordier or whatever his name is, and with his buffs and everything, and just he didn't get an extra turn for killing champions, but he hit like 50% harder, that would be Turbold. It's crazy. So, attacks one enemy 2 times now. Damage increases according to the number of buffs on this champion. Targets killed resets the cooldown. So it doesn't give him an extra turn like Hordier, but it resets the cooldown of this skill, and this hits ridiculously hard. Okay, and I mean, even before I put gear on him, when I was leveling him up in the campaign, he was killing champions on the opposing team without any gear on him, just leveling him up. It was nuts. So I can't even imagine how well he would hit with gear on him. I haven't maxed mine out yet because I've had too many other champions. I just maxed out Martyr, but this alone, you look at this and you're like, oh, that doesn't seem that crazy. It is, though, because of this. His A2 places a 50% increased attack buff, a 30% increased crit rate buff, and a 30% increased speed buff on the champion for 2 turns, and he gets an extra turn. He just got 3 buffs on him just from himself, let alone if you have any other champions that are going to buff you up as well. And then he's coming at the enemy with 3 buffs on him with an attack that already hits pretty hard. It's just devastating. Even his A1, from what I've heard, hits really hard. Plus, his A1 has a 30% chance of doing a 25% weaken debuff. So, and he's actually pretty decent for clan boss too, from what I've heard, because he has a weaken that he brings to the table, which is great. I might add him into my team eventually. Eventually. I don't have room for him right now, but I'm experimenting. I might add him in. So anyway, I want to take them. This guy here is, oh god, Prince Kaimar. He's like a step below Roshkard in Arena. He is just, oh, like I cringe because number 1, his speed aura, 30% speed aura, which is crazy. Number 2, this here, the champions, if he goes last, all the other champions go first before him. He resets the cooldowns of all ally skills, fills the turn meter of all allies by 20%, except for himself, of course, as you can see. So your champions can blow their strongest cooldowns. He resets all of the strongest cooldowns. So this can rip people to shreds. Prince Kaimar is absolutely astounding in Arena. And in case that wasn't bad enough, this is usually what he'll come at you with first. Even if he gets first turn, instead he'll use his A2. Attacks all of you, removes all of your buffs, and puts a sleep debuff on everybody for 1 turn. Not a chance at putting a sleep debuff. It puts a sleep debuff on you, unless you can resist it. And the crazy thing, you look at this, with the skills up, yeah, you have to get legendary tombs, but you can get it down to 3 turns. That is crazy. So I'm going to give them a shot, but I have a feeling this is going to be a loss here. But it's worth a shot just to test the limits of my team. Now with them having like a 12, oof, wow. See, that's crazy. I just have so much speed gear on her. I guess it's because most people in Arena are not used to somebody loading a champion up with as much speed gear as I have on her. So they're not prepared for it. So, alright, well, here we go. But yeah, I did it because I don't want to lose an Arena. I want to make sure that I stay in gold. I want to make sure that I win the majority of my fights. So I was like, alright, I have a counter for Clan Boss. I'm going to take her out of my Clan Boss rotation. And as a result, I can go ahead and put her into Arena. Please, yes, provoke him. I was like, if I don't provoke him, I'm going to have some problems. Now, even with the provoke, he's going to hit me really hard. I don't want to take him out because I want to see how hard he's going to hit. I definitely want to stop. What am I going to do? He has a provoke, so I'm not worried about him for now, so I'm going to go ahead and take him out. Alright. I don't want to take out Turvold yet. I'm going to attack him. I mean, that definitely, I do not see myself losing here anyway. Let's see how hard he hits. Wow, actually, he didn't hit nearly as hard as I thought he was going to. I thought that was going to be a lot worse. I'm surprised. I guess his A1 doesn't hit as hard as I thought. Or maybe he has this team as a defensive team? I don't know. That's weird. Like, because Tayrel should definitely be loaded up like a glass cannon. That's where he would shine. But anyway, and that's the disadvantage of an AoE, is when you do an AoE and you do it against 4 champions with all 4 having counter, all 4 of them are coming back at you. Alright. This Rosh card, God. See, I could try to, well, in this one I'll be able to take on Roshguard, because even with them being higher than me, without a speed aura, and with how she's loaded to the teeth with speed, there's no way they're going to go first. So I should be able to lock him down, unless sometimes people in Arena know enough to load him up with a tons of resist because they know you're going to try to lock him down. I've seen that before where, like with Bystepis, I'll try to lock down champions, everybody else will get locked down or debuffed except for Roshguard, because that's one of the examples of where you really want to make sure that he can't get debuffed. And with Roshguard, I would say that both resistance and defense is equal. See, they knew what they were doing, because look at his turn meter. Everybody else has gotten knocked down except for him, and that's what I was just saying, is that with Roshguard it makes sense to go with some defense so you don't get killed, but also a pretty decent amount of resistance, because you don't want him to get debuffed. I really hope she does this. This could be a problem. Ooh, alright, good. I am good. She debuffed him. But yeah, he just lost the debuff, so that could still be a problem. But most likely not. I'm most likely going to take out at least a few of these. Alright, I'm not worried. Relic Keeper could be a threat with him buffing himself and attacking, but I'm not worried about him right now because he's provoked. He'll be dead by this AoE. Bye-bye, good night. Alright, so... I guess I'm going to go for Roshguard just because... Well, I probably should have gone for this one and taken her out, but... try to take her out now. I don't think she's going to hit hard enough. No. Yeah, because now he's going to... Yep. Now they're invulnerable. This is why Roshguard is... Roshguard's ridiculously overpowered in everything. I mean, him more than... I don't even want to use my speed aura because I don't want more turns while they're invincible. And I got friggin... Oh, God. It's ridiculous. Alright, she still has 1 turn. He has 2 turns of it. Might as well debuff. Can't even debuff him. Jeez, at least he doesn't hit that hard. But look at him, he just friggin' locked out my cooldowns. I don't even know, what is that brick? I don't even know what that brick is off the top of my head. Block buffs. Oh, alright. Yeah, I forgot he does that too. Look at that, locks, cooldowns, block buffs. Roshguard is ridiculously overpowered. You know very well one of the developers made him and slipped him to himself under the table because the champion's just ridiculous. He is ridiculously overpowered. I mean, like I said, people make god teams with him. All it takes is a Roshguard, a Pain Keeper to reduce his cooldown, and one other champion to absorb damage, like say Man-Eater or something like that, and it's game over. It's absolute game over. You're not going to win. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and do the counter now. So, let's go after him. She's still invulnerable. Yeah, and all that did nothing. Yep, I know. Alright, well, I want to take him out ASAP. So I'm going to target him with all my single targets. Oop, and turn meter. Well, I'm probably not even going to... No, I did reduce it this time. Nice. Alright, good. So yeah, this is game over. I just don't want it to take all night to take him out. Because if he makes himself invulnerable again, there we go. Another 2 rounds where I wouldn't be able to kill them. So if he does that near the beginning of the fight and makes all the champions invincible like that, oof, it's devastating. Roshguard is definitely by far the worst champion to run into in Arena, or really in any battle in general, because Clan Boss, he can be great too. Like I said, you can make with him, Pain Keeper, or somebody else that can reduce cooldowns, and somebody like Man-Eater that can absorb the damage. Like you're an immortal team. You can't die. I think. Oh god, this is shameful. How did I not notice this? This is gonna... I'm not even gonna... I'd feel bad if I manual this. I have to auto it because this is just gonna be a slaughter anyway. See again, there goes Nethril with his A2 instead of his A3, when his A3 would have been the better choice. They really do need to work on their AI in this game. One of the many things that needs to be fixed along... Well, there's a laundry list. Anyway, alright, well, this is game over. Yeah, Martyr is definitely here to stay in my arena team because this is just crazy. I love the fact that she brings the provoke, she brings a strength down, she brings a single target defense down with her A1, which is not, since I have this defense down AoE from Tayrel, doesn't really matter. But then she also brings that counterattack. So yeah, she is beautiful in arena. Alright, and then these two, let me see. Well, he's got a shield. Let me be crazy. I'm going to be crazy. Look at this. Alright, 75 to 122, because all these I've won without too much difficulty so far. I'm going to take this gamble. If I beat them, this is just insanely overpowered. It'd be a case in point of how ridiculously powerful having a speed aura is. The speed aura and the turn meter booster with the turns. First turn just has such a huge advantage. People have tried to debate that with me in the forums, but I mean, the proof is right here. You get first turn. Look, I get to attack first. I get to reduce their lives. I get to provoke. I get to defense down, or if you buff yourselves, attack up, or whatever else. I get all the chance to rip through them. Look, none of them have even gone yet, and I've already torn them apart. Alright, so is that Big Gun or Ignatius? I always confuse the two. I don't even know. There's no name here. Ignatius isn't that bad. I think that's Ignatius, but no, I think that's Big Gun, because I'm pretty sure Ignatius has a fiery mallet. Yeah, I definitely want to take him out ASAP, because if that is Big Gun is horrible. He hits so freaking hard. Ignatius I don't worry about, but yeah, you're going. Good night. Oh yeah, this is over. This is way over. Look at this. This is crazy. They're stunned. They have 4 different debuffs on them. I mean, God, there's how many more I mean, it's like I'm going to cap the debuffs on them. So, now again, one of the weaknesses with my team here is an enemy that has really high resistance, but fortunately, my team has a high amount of resistance as well. I mean, not resistance, excuse me, accuracy to penetrate the resistance, because I need it for clan boss. I'm working on Nightmare clan boss these days, so I need a lot of accuracy. And now, what I was saying earlier, though, I think this is a team that was really high, too. So yeah, I'll give this a shot as well. What the heck? Might as well. I mean, I'm 0 for what now? Like 13, 14? But anyway. Oh, this is crazy. This is so ridiculously powerful. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, though, if I had a separate arena and clan boss team, I certainly wouldn't have lifesteal on my champions. I would still have the accuracy, probably because mine just have such great debuffs. But what I would have in place of this is, instead of having so much defense on them, I would have instead attack for extra damage, because as you can see, with a speed team, you can have glass cannons, and as long as you have higher speed than the enemy, it's going to give you a huge upper hand, because the enemy's not going to get to go. Alright, well, oh, yeah, I'm like, oh, who should I target? I don't have to worry about anybody, because look at these. Everybody has a provoke. None of them can really do anything. This is crazy. Wow, I didn't know how much. Yeah, you guys, if you guys haven't seen my other groups that I ran with Bystafus in here was really good. It's just Martyr is absolutely, hands down, without a single doubt, better. So, yeah, I just can't get away from the fact that I'm using my arena team in Clan Boss and vice versa. But I do have to gear them for Clan Boss, though, because I can't gear them. I couldn't gear them with a bunch of attack and go on to Clan Boss. It would destroy my damage. but it's okay, because then even though I get first turn, if I had enough attack on them, Nethril could be sometimes one-shotting the groups with his A3, because it can hit really, really hard if you have a lot of attack on him. I know because I've done it in the past. Ooh, okay, so this is curious. Let me see what happens here, because look, they got resistance, ally resist by 90. That's a lot. He has a lot of resistance, so I'm going to give it a shot, though. I'm going to try it. I don't know if resistance scales with accuracy point for point. I think it might, because of the way the masteries work and the numbers in that. If it does, then I still have an upper hand, because my champions have around 200 accuracy each. So it's not even like half of what they have. So I'll still probably be fine, but we'll see. Because that's also, I don't know how much... Oh yeah, I'm perfectly fine. Look at that. Because I was going to say, on top of the aura, I don't know how much else as far as resistance they had. But one thing to keep in mind too, alright, that's Dark Athel. She's not as bad as Athel, but she can be pretty bad. Let's see, watch this AoE. Yeah, see, like I said, she can be pretty bad. She has a strong AoE as well. Alright, well, what do I want to do here? Alright, well, she already blew her strongest cooldown, so I might as well go for one of these other guys that haven't done it yet. Alright, there we go. And I can just auto this out now. This is game over. But yeah, I would love, if I had a separate arena and clan boss group, that would be awesome, because I would load them up with Khatun. I probably wouldn't change, other than putting more attack on her. That'd make her hit harder, but still have the same amount of speed. I wouldn't sacrifice speed for it. I would only do it if I could have both at the same time. Alright, I'm going to give them a shot. I do not want Skull Crusher casting that spell of his, because if he does, that's rough. But again, since they don't have a speed aura, yeah, look at this. Look at how far ahead my champions are. Alright, here we go. Boom. Alright, look, they got a lot of hit points in defense. It's going to take a little while to get them down. But just keep working on it here. Alright. And everybody has a provoke except for their Tayrel, so I'm going to go ahead and take their Tayrel, knock him down, and take him out right now. Otherwise, Skull Crusher would absolutely be my... Oh, yeah, I forgot he has that debuff reduction thing, too. So he's actually going to lose his provoke the next turn. Because, yeah, for those of you who don't know Skull Crusher, yeah, I have to take him out right now with her. Because every single turn, all the debuffs on him get reduced by one turn, which means if it's only one turn, like her provoke, then it's not going to work on him. It's going to wear off before he even gets his actual turn, and then he would have been able to cast his counter and make himself invulnerable, and it would have taken longer here. I still most likely would have won, but just would have taken longer. I don't even know what this guy does. I don't ever remember seeing him in arena and actually fighting him. Like, I've fought him like this, but just with killing him, I don't ever remember him actually attacking me. But he has so much hit points or defense or both that it looks like he's going to get to, even with all my champions. Wow. Oh! Oh! And he just stole debuffs. I mean, buffs. Excuse me. He just stole my buffs. Wow. That's pretty cool. I'm wondering what kind of skills he has. Now he's going to counter every single one of my champions, too. This could be a problem. If he one-shots everybody, I'm going to go drown myself in the toilet. I shouldn't say one-shots, but I mean single-handedly takes me down. Obviously, he's not one-shotting, but... Jesus, but he hits pretty hard, too. This is not good. Jesus. Wow, and it looks like he has lifesteal on him too, so he's healing himself every time he comes at me. Man, alright, I gotta take her auto off because... Oh, jeez. Alright, so, well, hopefully I'll provoke him here. Yes. Great. Now you should lose the counter. There we go. Alright. That should be okay now. Alright, I'm gonna go for the stun first because this turn meter's pretty low. Ah, yes, yes. Alright, speed boost. No, not going to use your counter because I do not want him hitting me. He's just going to steal the freaking counter again. That was crazy. I'm really curious. I don't even know who this guy is. But I definitely want to look into him and see who you be. War Chief? Yeah, that's War Chief. I'm going to check him out later. I wonder what he does. I still got one more here. And maybe I'll take a quick look at War Chief before I go. Alright, so they got a couple decent legendaries, but yeah, my team's better. The great thing about this is it's going to win me so many defensive battles. I guess it really doesn't matter because it's a frustrating thing that defense doesn't win you anything in Arena. It really should. Because it's just, I mean, you're having to build a defensive team as well as an offensive team, and you can't even utilize your defensive team. You just have to hope that their auto attacks are going to keep you alive. It always, I mean, look at how much of a disadvantage it can put you as. Because a lot of times their champions do not use the ideal attacks or debuffs or buffs that they should use, as you saw with Martyr at one point, where when she should have done her provoke, she instead did that counterattack buff on all of my champions. The thing is, yeah, counterattack is nice, but it's a lot better to provoke the enemy and guarantee that they're all going to do their A1s than to give them a chance to blow all their cooldowns on you, because even if you know, counterattack, you're only counterattacking with your A1s, whereas that champion's going to get to use one of their more powerful cooldowns on you. So, alright, I'm going to go ahead and stun him. For those of you who don't know with Tayrel, if you hit somebody where they have the turn meter less than 50%, and it fully depletes it, it's going to stun them. I want to lock him down, because this is Ignatius. Remember I was talking before about where there was Ignatius and Bigon? They have the same body, but Ignatius has this fiery hammer, whereas Bigon just has the regular hammer. So he actually looks more threatening with this flaming hammer, but no, Bigon hits so much harder. So much worse. Alright, guess I'm going to go for him. Well, no, I got to wean his life down. It seems like he's... Alright. A lot of life there. Seems like a lot of other people, you know, the more I pay attention to it, the more it seems like there's a lot of other people who use the same team on clan boss as they do in Arena, because a lot of people with that lifesteal, and lifesteal is certainly not ideal for Arena, but yet a lot of people come in here with it. It's just, it seems like that's a pretty common thing, that a lot of times your champions that are best in clan boss are also best in Arena. That's not always the case, of course. There's some champions that are great for clan boss that just aren't that great in Arena. Like, for example, Dracomorph. I don't understand why people are bringing Dracomorph to Arena unless they really just don't know how to play. Because yes, Dracomorph is great, yes, he has a weakness, but he doesn't hit hard enough. That's the problem. Like, unless you debuff the heck out of the enemy, he doesn't hit that hard. So it doesn't make sense to me, but I don't know half the stuff people do. I really don't. Like, I still can't get over the fact this account is only like 4 months old, and my speed gear is nowhere near as good as some of my clan members, and it's not even ready for Ultra Nightmare, and I have a couple clan members that are doing Ultra Nightmare now. I can't handle it because I don't have enough speed. And yes, she does have some of my highest speed gear, but a lot of these other champions have quite a bit of speed too, and yet I can't do Ultra Nightmare. And meanwhile, I'm in Gold Tier 4, and look at this. I'm slaughtering so many teams, and a lot of times teams that, you know what, their ratings are, what, like 50% higher than mine? That's crazy. It's, again, I really don't understand how the team powers are calculated, but as you can see, it's obviously extremely inaccurate. Right, knock you down. And what the heck? I'm gonna do the counter. I'm gonna auto this out because this is over, obviously. Yeah, stuns. Great. Alright, so after this, I do want to take a look at that one champion. This is going to be the last battle, so if you were just here to watch the arena battles, hopefully you got a good chance to see how these people work. I mean, in the previous videos of mine, you can see how Martyr compares to Bystafis because of the fact that this is the first video that I've made here with Martyr in my team. So you look at the previous dates videos, you're going to see Nethril with Tayrel and Khatun, or there was also teams that I had where I had Inithwe Blood Twin, who's a Void Legendary Demon. He's amazing, but not amazing enough. He doesn't hit hard enough, so I had to shelf him, and his debuffs aren't good enough. He's a great finisher, so if you have a group that has a ton of hit points or a ton of defense, and they're healing themselves, and they're topping themselves off, and you're having issues because of that, then he can be good. Because the more damage the champion has taken overall, the harder he hits them with his A2. Alright, so let's check out this War Chief, because I'm really curious what he has going on there. So, oh, wow. Okay, so he reflects 30% of the damage taken back to the attacker, and defense increases by 10% for each dead ally. Wow, that's interesting. So yeah, so that was actually wrong of me to take him out last, because that increased his defense by, what, 30%? Wow, no wonder it took me so long to take him out. That's awesome. That's really cool. That's kind of kind of makes me think of Deathless, where they get more powerful when their allies die. You don't want to leave them being the last one standing. Alright, what else here? Attacks one enemy, provoke. Ooh, okay, so this is what he did to me where he stole the buffs. Has a 75% chance of stealing 2 random buffs from the target. And so yeah, he took both of my buffs because of this, so that's cool. And then on top of that, not only does he steal the buffs, but he also does a provoke for 3 turns. I didn't realize it was 3. That's crazy. That's awesome. 3 turns and the random buffs. He could be really, really useful in some battles. Especially like when you're fighting that, what is it? I want to say the blue potions, blue dungeon for the blue pots. I mean, I would imagine he's going to have amazing ratings for that. What? Come on, this guy seems good. I don't see how I don't think these are right. Maybe they buffed him recently, I don't know. Maybe he was, in 1.10 they did do some recent buffs. Maybe they buffed him, I don't know. I didn't see him on the list. But, I mean, even with this he could do a provoke. I mean, albeit even with max skill it's 25%. But no, actually I stand corrected because it's one enemy 3 times. So, at max skills it would actually be a 75% chance because 3 hits at 25%. So, yeah, I think he's pretty decent. I'll have to check and see. Maybe he's one of the ones that did get buffed recently. Maybe that's why his rating's just so low, because I feel like he should be rated higher. Especially considering, too, all of his attacks are based off defense. So you can load him up with a ton of defense, and then when the allies die, it increases his defense, which makes him hit harder and tougher to kill. I think he's decent. I don't know. Maybe it's just because of the fact that he didn't hit hard. And maybe that was the problem, because, I mean, he really wasn't hitting my champions that hard. And he doesn't have any particularly powerful attack. It's all single attack, so maybe that's why. I don't know. But either way, I think he's cool at least. I think he'd come in really useful in some of those missions. And oh, might as well see this too. I finally did this. Look at this beautiful arena mission. Alright, great. And this is going to give me some energy? No, I still... 3 champions with 6 level 16 artifacts. Oh, goodness, that's going to take a little while. Oh, wait, equip 3 champions with 6 level artifacts. I think I just need 3 different champions to have a 6 level, which would mean I think I can do that. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and try to do that. I don't want to take up any more of you guys' time. I figured I'd just show you that you just were a part of me finishing a mission. So anyway, that's all I got for now, guys. Hope you enjoyed the arena battles. Hope you learned some stuff from it. If you have any questions, definitely let me know. Like I said, the teams could be better, but it's like with Martyr, she's amazing. She's amazing in everything. She's amazing in every single encounter I've ever brought her into. The only one she's not particularly amazing in is Spider, but that's because you really need the AoE champions like Bellower here. But anyway, regardless, she could be better because I could gear her up differently here. I could gear her up with like probably more defense, I would think, because I'm pretty sure she attacks with, yes, she attacks with defense. I would load her up to the teeth with tons of defense, because then when she does her provoke too, it would also absorb more damage. But anyway, so I mean, I could make a better build for Arena, but as you can see right now, it already works pretty well. I mean, again, you know, keep in mind, I am in gold. Whoops. That is not where I meant to go. And are you going to freeze up? That's weird. Alright. So yes, again, keep in mind, I'm in gold tier 4 here. You know, and I'm tearing people to shreds with this group. So it's a solid group. So anyway, but that's all I got for now, guys. So appreciate you watching. Hope you learned from it. Any questions, again, just post in the comments section. Otherwise, I will catch you in the next episode.
Hi guys, this is Anthony here, also known on this channel as AscendantGod. Wanted to thank you for checking out my channel here, really appreciate it. Be sure to check out the other videos. I got plenty of goodies on here. Also check out the description sections in the videos, got plenty of links on there for all different kinds of goodies that I think would be worthwhile for you guys. If there is something in particular that you don't see on my channel that you want to see, be sure to let me know in the comments section as well. And I think that's about it. All I've got. I'm just gonna get back to this thing here. I'm pretty sure if I just... Oh,
we have such sights to show you.
wow. That's really funny. Same here.